What's going on, YouTube? This is Luke with Endless Entrepreneurs, just coming to you from my garage with my new setup here. Sorry for the light, try and not blind you there. If you're new to my channel, I am a part-time eBayer. I am a full-time finance analyst in the corporate world, and I just made my first bulk purchase, which you can kind of see behind me here. And this is my new setup that I want to kind of just briefly come and talk about a little bit. I was actually on the road for a week after getting this bulk purchase. Now I'm getting back and just finally getting settled in, trying to figure out what's going to work for me for processing through this. So for those of you who missed the backstory, there's 3,000 pair of new without tags LL Bean pants. So for these, I'm trying to figure out the best way to process through them. I got them for about $1.15 per pair, so stand to make a pretty decent profit. I've only listed about 50 so far, and I've already sold 6, and for a total of $125. So it seems like the sell-through is pretty good, and hopefully just want to snowball my listing effort, and that's kind of what this video is going to be about, is what my thoughts are on getting more efficient. My first couple boxes I actually processed upstairs in my old setup, which is highly inefficient because basically I am carrying everything upstairs, double handling it, carrying it back downstairs. And so now the whole idea is processing it all right here, then it's done, and then it goes straight out the door to my storage unit that I have dedicated to this bulk purchase. So that's kind of the idea, and we'll talk through that today. I just want to kind of shout some people out here. Sorry, the chat, I'm getting used to YouTube Live on the phone, but it's definitely harder to keep up with the chat. Hey Anna, hey Jessica, hey Rhodes and Birdie, hey Chanta, hey Reseller Hustle, thanks for stopping in, guys. Looks like we got about 23 watching live right now. Don't shout out Casey. No, of course we're not going to shout out Casey. Hey, what's up, Casey? Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. And Casey, if you haven't checked out the Rockstar Flipper YouTube channel, which I'm sure 100% of you have, but just in case you haven't, definitely go check out his YouTube channel. He has a wealth of information, lots of good info, so definitely go check him out. Hey Sarah, thanks for stopping in. Sorry, let's see who else. Hey Michelle. Alright, so I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what I've been doing. And I actually really appreciated some from my other videos. I had some really good comments and suggestions, tips on the good till canceled, on multi-quantity listings, some other things that I just wouldn't have known on my own. So I'm really appreciative that you guys are weighing in on this. And my hope is that this video itself, I'll show you what I'm doing. And hopefully through the comments, you guys can give me some more pointers and just keep getting my process better. One thing that I try to do is keep an open mind to all ideas, because what I think is going to work might not be the best approach, and getting ideas from everyone and different thoughts really helps me just fine tune this. And with 3,000 pair of pants to process, I could use all the ideas and help I can get right now. So basically what I've been doing, at first I was processing one box, which if you can see over here is basically, I don't know how many pants exactly in here, but I think it's around 50-ish per box or so, depending on the type of pants. I've been just going through one box, sorting it into light colors and sizes, and then making one multi-quantity listing for that size grouping. So not a multi-variant, just a multi-quantity. So same color, style, and size, basically making one listing. And so an example here is I've got 5 pair of these LL Bean. They're like a hunter green. They're a, I think, natural fit. Yeah, so we got natural fit. They're 30 by 29, they're flat front. So they're all the same style, same color. And what I've been doing is taking photos over here. So first I'm writing down all the details for my listing, so just briefly. And the reason, guys, I'm keeping track on a notebook is I'm also keeping track of the amount of waste. So I've found 8 pairs so far with stains through 4 boxes. And I'm also keeping track of how many I'm listing. So when I get to the end, A, I know if I got 3,000 pair of pants. B, I know how much waste I had, and C, I can see kind of the evolution of how many I'm listing per box on average, just so that I can see how fast I'm processing through it. So I know this might not be the most efficient, but this is what I'm doing right now. So I would just literally write down LL Bean, not even LL Bean, but natural fit. It's like a hunter green, flat front. And the cotton, a lot of these are cotton only, and then some of them have like a polyester and cotton blend, so like a 65-45. Let me see, I'm missing comments here. Casey said he saw tons of LL Bean today, he wanted it so bad. Yeah, too bad that buying it at the full Goodwill price usually isn't a good flip. I think, especially being able to sell new without tags. I'm noticing I've been selling mine between 20 and 25 bucks for even, this is new without tags LL Bean. So I mean, the used stuff, I'm not sure how much of a market there is outside of like the flannel line jeans, but I could be wrong. We'll see as we get through this. But basically, so I put quantity of 5, And so right now I know, and I've got my computer over here, I'll show you guys in a minute, but I just leave that there for now. And then I'm just taking a picture, and my phone's here, so I already took pictures for this listing. But basically I'm flat laying them. And I'll bring you guys over so you can kind of see. Oops. The nice part is I can flip this. So basically I'm taking this photo, and then I'm taking a photo of the front. So basically of just like whether it's pleated or flat front. Oh, so these are actually pleated, not flat front. So I'm taking that photo. I'm taking this photo. And then I'm taking one photo. Oh, struggling with connection. Bad connection, you're right. Let me see if it gets better. Uh-oh. Trying to see if the connection comes back. Sorry, guys. Uh-oh. I'm still on. I'm trying to solve the connection. Here we go. That's better. Let me see in the chat if I'm good. Sorry about that, guys. Let me know. It's good. Alright, I'm not going to move it again. Sorry. Hopefully you saw some of the shots I was doing. We'll leave it right here. I don't want to disrupt that. But basically I'm taking a shot of the cuffs as well. So I don't know how much you saw. Is just kind of the front flat lay, front of the pants where the clasp is, like whether it's flat or pleated, the back, then the cuffs, and then I'm doing a picture of the label. And I'm just doing it one time because I have all 5 here. I'm putting a unique identifier, so like this one will be, and I'm doing LLM for men's versus, and then I'll do LLW for women's. So LLM, and then 1, 2, 3, whatever for whatever the multi-quantity listing. So for this one, it happens to be, it'll be LLM 11. And all I'm doing is going into my eBay on my computer right here. I'm listing similar now that I have one multi-quantity listing going. And I don't know if I can, I'm not going to risk trying to. But basically, I'm creating the multi-quantity listing, sell similar, changing the details on it real quick. So just, the unique identifiers, whether they're pleated, color, etc. Putting the quantity, updating it, and then I'm saving it as a draft now because someone gave me a great tip. And then loading the pictures from my phone after and then setting it live. So it's all done right here in this space now. I don't really have to move anywhere. And then I've got the bin that it's going to go in right here, so it would get polybagged. And I'm not going to do it yet because, actually I can do it, I guess. So I would polybag it, and then I'll label it with the tape for LM or LLM 10, and then I would throw it in the bin. That way, literally tomorrow morning, when I go to work, I open the garage door, take this bin, put it in my car. When I go at lunch to get my stuff, I drop it at the storage unit and it's out of my way. So like processing a box, a bin or two, getting it out the door every single day so that this behind me just keeps shrinking and I keep getting more room. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that was a thorough enough explanation of what I'm doing so that you guys can kind of give me some feedback in the comments after this video. It'd be great just to see kind of what additional tips you may have. I don't have a lot of experience with the multi-quantity. I haven't done the multi-variation yet. I need to do that. I have a bunch of navy blue pants upstairs to do it with. I'm just still hesitant from a picking standpoint. So like when it sells, I'm going to have to add that much more detail to it when I do that. Because now I have to indicate the size on every single pair that I package up if I do a multi-variant. And I'm just not sure if it's worth the extra time to do that and if it's going to be a pain in the butt sorting through it. Whereas right now, these are all the same size, all the same style, everything. So I just go look for LLM 10. There could be 20 of them in the bin. I just got to grab one, anyone, doesn't matter. I don't have to sift through 30 of them to find the exact size with that identifier. And so I'm a little torn on that. If anyone has any other thoughts around it, that'd be great. I think just because there's such a wide range of product here that I think I might have to go this approach. It's still going pretty quickly, but I don't know what you guys' thoughts are. Just to echo on what Casey was saying on the net and kind of things like that. Basically, I'm shooting for $20 average sale price, which equates to, with free shipping, or I'm offering free shipping with fees and everything. I'm netting about $10.15 per pair. So I need to sell, whatever that is. It's like, I think like 320 or 330 pair to break even. and then the other 20, 2,000 plus pair that I sell, minus waste, will be all profit. So I'm hoping for like a roughly, if I can get a 12-month sell-through, I'd be really happy if I can go in a year. I'm hoping I get a huge lift in fourth quarter. Judging from the sell-through, just on the small sample size, are good, but I think the women's pants are going to move slower, and I'm only just churning through the men's ones right now. So I'm trying to get all the men's ones up first, because I think there's more value in them, they'll sell quicker. Going to get the jeans up next, which I think are on this pallet over here, and just kind of go through that. I'm going to try to save the women's for the end. So yeah, let me see, I got some other questions here. Okay, so the question is, why not hire some people to process? I do want to do that, so that is within the plans. But what I wanted for myself was, I wanted more room in my garage, because packing 2 people in here is just going to be silly. So I wanted to get through 1 pallet by myself, free up some room, and really figure out the kinks myself. I just want to deal with it myself and figure it out. Once I can get through a pallet on a weekend, I want to get 2 people, 3 people in here, and sort through a full pallet into big groups. That way the listing goes even faster. I'm not sure, like no matter what, I want to pay some people and just try to get them to do the listing process, just to see what it's like to teach someone, because I think it's a really valuable experience for me to try to do that, especially for where I want to take my business eventually. This is a great opportunity to do that. So I'm going to, and I'll have more videos on that, I promise, as this goes. My goal is to get this whole thing processed this month. I think I can get through this first pallet by the end of this weekend pretty easily. I'm pretty comfortable with that. And then I'll have 3 pallets left for the remainder of the month. So if I have help and can get churned through those, that would be great. But that's my goal. I want to get through all of this. So I just want to show you, that was really my process, guys. I don't have much more to show you than that. This is my new setup now. I did buy a second lighting kit. And I'm going to buy another table for upstairs. And I'm just trying to get double of everything, so that as I get employees in here and get people in here to work with me, that I can, streamline the process. The hope would be I bring my other lighting kit down, have both walls for photos, have the stuff in the middle, and then have people photoing and listening on both sides of here. But yeah, that's, I'm just reading the comments, sorry guys. Yeah, and just to echo what Casey's saying there, like, it takes some time to scale up. I need to learn the process. I need to fail and make mistakes on my own and just kind of figure it out as I go, because I just don't know a lot about this. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, this is my first shot at pallets and anything like this. So I'm just got to kind of figure it out as I go. And I'm anticipating probably about a 10%, maybe 15% waste right here. I am noticing the beige colored stuff has more flaws. That seems to be where I'm finding it. All the dark colored stuff doesn't really have much. So I'm not really sure why that is, but we'll see. I mean, who knows? I could get through half these pallets and there could be a bunch of garbage in them. I don't really know. That's why I'm trying to churn through it fast too, so I can get feedback back to the the seller if that is the case. I don't think it is. It's done a pretty good back and forth, a good relationship with them, so I think it's gonna be fine. But it does definitely benefit me to get through this as fast as I can, just to see what I have. So I'm going to do about 8 more minutes here, guys. I was hoping to do like a 20-minute video. So I'll take some more Q&A if you guys have any. And sorry for just staring up here at the camera, but I'm looking at the questions. Common Pete said, at $10 a pair profit, you will make $30,000. Yeah, I hope to net on this whole deal about, if I can net 20, 25,000 after all mistakes and everything, I'm super pumped for my time invested, in my first pallet. So I think it'll be good. Ariel said, first pallet, what made you decide to source this way? No, it's fine. I'm glad for the question, Ariel. Basically, I wasn't looking for this. I mean, I long term wanted to get there. I was single sourcing from Goodwills, and I still am going to single source from Goodwills because I really enjoy doing that. But it just kind of fell in my lap. One of my other friends, actually, Chris, 10K on the Bay, was going to pull the trigger on this, and then to get it to the West Coast just didn't work logistically, and so we talked about going in on it, and then basically I took the shot at it, and here it is in my garage. So kind of a shout out to him and a thank you for referring me, and this is just kind of fell in my lap, so kind of just going with it. I really wasn't planning to this soon, especially because I work full time, but I mean, hey, whatever. It's a fun journey, fun ride. And yeah, guys, and hopefully some people watch this. I've had a lot of questions about my sources and where to buy stuff from, and who you can buy pallets from. I don't know. I've had one source, and this is just one person. I'm not going to share it because I hope to develop a relationship with them, and hopefully they can be a steady source of supply. And I just don't want to compete with myself on that. I will share with you guys all the Goodwill sourcing tips I can. I'll share all of that wide open. But as far as this goes, it's a little different. I just don't want to compete with myself. And for those of you just joining us, keep seeing people asking, these are LL Bean pants. There's 3,000 new without tags pair of pants right here that I am processing through. Sarah just asked if I'm feeling overwhelmed or still pumped up about it. That's a great question. I was a little nervous coming back from New York. We took a trip for a wedding, and I was nervous coming back that I'd be a little overwhelmed walking back into this, but I'm still just as pumped as when I got it the first time. I've been turning through the boxes pretty quick, so it's encouraging seeing the dent in it. It's also encouraging that I've sold 6 pair already. I mean, selling 6 pair has made it, it's motivated me because I'm like, okay, the sell-through is pretty good on these. Let's get these up there. Let's get this churning. So yeah, I'm still really motivated, not overwhelmed at all. If I get through the middle of a pallet and there's a ton of garbage, I might be a little overwhelmed. But right now, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Roxy said, "No, your cost of this unit. What's the size of it, and what about bigger unit?" Oh, okay. So I'm in my garage right now. The size of these are 4x8 pallets. I think they told me. Yeah, no, 4x6 pallets. Sorry, these are 4x6 pallets. There's 4 of them. They were stacked about 6 feet tall, about the same height as me. I have 2 storage units. So I have a main storage unit that's well, they're both 10x20s. I have the main one that has all my single SKU Goodwill source, for the most part, inventory in it, organized. I have about 1,600-ish items in there on bins and shelves. And then I got a second storage unit when I bought this, and all of this order is going to stay in that storage unit. So it's separate, so I know just to go straight there. I haven't built out the infrastructure of shelves yet, but for now I'm just going to be dropping bins there, lining the walls until I get time to do that. For me, it makes more sense to just get it all there and then organize an infrastructure and get the stuff up, making money for me. But yeah, I have 2 10x20s right now. Drummer said, "This is the way I want to go in the future." Yeah, I mean, if you can make this work, I think it's an awesome approach. I think the challenging part is going to be finding reliable vendors that you trust. And, you know, because once you have 4 pallets here, what do you do with it, right? You're unhappy with it, you're going to ship 4 pallets back. Like, that's a pretty hard thing to do. Oh, sweet, people spamming. Awesome. Like it. But yeah, like, it's one of those things, finding the relationships, the steady supply is really the difficult part, which is why I love the thrill of the hunt. Like, I love going to thrift stores, so that's why I think I'll always have a balance of this. But for right now, this is a great experiment. Casey just asked, is 200 square feet going to work with plenty of room? Yeah, I think 200 square feet easily. I mean, I have 1,600 items, and I think I easily can get to 3,000 with shelving, bins, everything. And that's a lot of blazers and suits. These are all pretty compact pairs of pants. I think I'll get 3,000 easily into the other bin or storage unit that I got. What's going on, Jason? Thanks for stopping in, man. But yeah, I mean, in this garage, I don't know how many square feet. This is probably about the size of my storage unit. I think this is about a 10x20, and I have some shelving and stuff in here, so I don't think there's any reason that I can't make that fit. This might be a little bigger, actually, now that I look at it. All right, I'll take questions for another like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm going to get back to work here. I've been getting up early. This morning was the first morning. It was tough getting back to that sleep schedule, but I'm getting there. So I've been heading to bed a lot earlier too. Trying to do more of the YouTube social media stuff in the evening, and then I'm going to spend, from 4 a.m. to 7:30 every morning just churning through this stuff. So Drummer said jeans man versus pant man. Yeah, I mean, I think Jason knows more about all this than I do, period, when it comes to pants, but that's fine. We're learning together. We got 70 watching live, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you stopping in. Hit that like button for me if you don't mind. Really appreciate that. Yeah, and Jason actually, he helped me push these pallets up into the garage. Like, there's actually a ledge. It was a pretty difficult process. The 2 of us and the truck guy delivering, he's pulling those. We're pushing on each end trying to get them up in here. Jason said he has mosquito bites to prove it. Yeah, it was tough terrain out there. It was tough business. You didn't miss that video. I have some bits and pieces of it. I haven't taken the time to edit and put that. Actually, Corin took some awesome videos for us. I just unfortunately haven't pieced them together. Maybe I'll do a little tribute in a later video, like a little pre-roll for something when I get towards the end of this, showing us pushing these into here. All right, let's see if we got anything else here. About another minute or 2. D-Max said I would scale up in a heartbeat if I could buy pallets full at the right price. Yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge, right? Is finding the right type of item in the right quantity at the right price with the right ability to process it. Like that's the whole equation. And I don't know what the answer is to it. I just know that so far this buy has been right for me. And when I get through this, I'll be looking for my next buy. I don't plan to slow down. Now that I know I can handle it in the space, hopefully I can just keep channeling Goodwill source inventory, 100, 150 items a month up, and keep doing bulk pallets, getting some other people and process involved, and that's really what I would like to do. Thanks, Casey. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, there is, I think someone just said, there's no easy button to this. Yeah, I would have to agree with you. And even talking with Dave, I don't know if you guys saw, Chris, myself, and Dave, Drive Time with Dave did a video on bulk buying. I interviewed kind of both of them, it was a couple weeks ago. And just from talking with them, I mean, there is no easy part to it. You have to have your processes down. There are bumps in the road. You just kind of got to go with the flow. And there's just no easy button. Ariel said, logistically, this would be a nightmare for me, but happy this experiment is working out well for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, and it's my pleasure to share. Hopefully that people are learning as well as I am. I mean, I'm literally learning every second of this process, making mistakes all over the place. So hopefully me sharing this is helping some people. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't work logistically for everyone. It's pretty tight for me logistically, but I just was like, I do a lot of crazy stuff. It's just kind of what I do. I'm a little intense sometimes. D-Max said, just bought 4 pallets of Nike cleats, 400 pair. I need football season. Well, this is actually probably pretty good timing because people are going to start to buy summer cleats. They all go to camps nowadays. So as soon as June hits, I would think football camps are going to be in full swing. Summer league, 7-on-7s, flag football, all that stuff gets in full swing. So that's probably good timing to buying that. 400 cleats, good luck with that. That's awesome. Let's see. Tony said, how much do you feel a one-man operation can process a month without getting employees? That's a really good question. I'm not positive. I mean, I'm at max capacity every second, it seems like, and I'm not sure how fast I'm churning through this. If I can get this out in a month, I mean, I think it gives me a good idea of what max capacity is. But the other thing to keep in mind is this came pre-sorted, which isn't normally going to happen. The fact that they pre-sorted this before sending it was a huge help. I don't think that's going to happen frequently. So I think there's going to be some extra time than what I'm experiencing here, and I'm trying to keep that in the back of my head that when I make my next purchase, count on the waste factor being higher and count on it taking longer for sorting. And I'm just trying to stick that and glue that in my head because I think I'm being spoiled right now with this first purchase. Terry, yeah, no, I still sleep plenty. I know everyone says that I look tired. These dark circles right here, I was born with them. I've had them since I was 10, 12 years old. They have never gone away, so don't mistake that for a sleep deprivation or something. I was in bed by 10 last night. I woke up late. It was close to 5. I'm trying to get back to 4 a.m. I mean, I still got 7 hours of sleep. I get 6 when I'm on point with my 10 to 4 or 9:30 to 4. I'm getting 6.5. And then on weekends I sleep 8 or 9. So don't worry. I'm taking good care of my body. Shan's got me on a good workout plan, so I need to make sure I have rest mixed in with that. So I appreciate the concern, though. The correct answer is 872. All right, guys. I am going to wrap up here. If there are any last minute questions, I appreciate everyone stopping in. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you following the journey. And if you have tips for my process, if you're just joining, go to the beginning of the video. Just watch the first 5, 6, 7 minutes. I go through what I'm doing currently. I would love people's feedback, ideas, little tips and tricks, little hacks you might know about. I am very inexperienced when it comes to this process. So please comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Have an awesome night, guys. Appreciate everyone stopping in. Hit that like button and check me out on Instagram, Endless Entrepreneurs. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome night.